A lot of the AI tools and innovations that make the headlines involve being at a computer, but you can use AI for all those same incredible things across endless use cases, all right on your phone. Some of these apps I've been using daily for months, but I also filled my phone up with more apps that I tested for this. I'll give the best free and paid options for every category. It's mostly free. I'll start with the most popular of all. I'm sure most people watching have used ChatGPT before, so I'll skip the basics and just show a few cool use cases specifically as they apply to mobile. Now, Vision was a huge game changer, which I use all the time. You can upload any image and it will know what's in the image and you can ask questions about it. Like this morning when I was taking the trash to the curb. I guess it's more of a snow pile than a curb now. Or I forgot the species of a houseplant that we have. Or when you need to replace something in your car or fix something around the house, instead of finding a YouTube video, you can go back and forth with ChatGPT. Now those are just some everyday examples. It can do much more complex things like upload a drawing of a website idea and it will generate the code for it. It can recognize food dishes, then create a recipe, all sorts of stuff. It is incredibly helpful. Another feature that I use only on mobile is voice chat. You can tap right here and then speak your question. I started a disco metal fusion band. What should we be called?
Mirrorball Mayhem would be a great name for your disco metal fusion band.
You can also use DALL-E 3, one of the highest quality image generators, right within voice chat. Create our first album cover. That is amazing. GPT-4, Vision, and DALL-E 3 are only available with ChatGPT Plus, which is $20 a month, but there is a way to use all of those for free. Microsoft Copilot launched their mobile app recently. I'm on the free plan, and as you can see here, I can switch to GPT-4. I can take a picture of that same houseplant with Vision, and it gets the same answer. I can create images with DALL-E 3, a secret society of anthropomorphic barn owls wearing cult robes, performing secret disco rituals. Aspect ratio 16:9. There is voice input, and it even has an option ChatGPT Plus doesn't have, this plugin called Suno to create music. So let's create a song for that disco metal fusion band. It'll be about a secret society of barn owls. All right, so while that's generating, if we're just comparing the free plans, Copilot wins easily. The main benefits of ChatGPT Plus are it is much faster and remembers your conversation better. It can handle larger documents, can do data analysis, and you can build your own custom GPTs. I find it to be worth it because I use those additional features all the time, and the extra speed is really nice. But for casual users, it is probably not worth paying the $20 per month over using Copilot for free. Let's listen to this. It actually only took a few seconds to generate. I'm gonna stop it right there. It's just too good. I'm gonna use some of the tools we'll get to later and turn this into a full music video. This always seems to happen. Another LLM I'll mention here is Character AI. If you want a more fun experience, it's a chatbot where you can select from all sorts of different personalities to chat with. So I personally had never used this one, but it is the second most visited AI tool, almost 500 million visits per month. You can't really argue with those numbers, so I had to give it a try. There's a big list of characters to talk to. You got Einstein, Napoleon, or there's things like a dating coach or a tutor. You can also create your own character to chat with or start a group chat. I feel like talking to Giga Chad. Someone told me I look just like you.
That's the spirit. With the right attitude, you will be unstoppable. You are a winner.
I did that face swap all on mobile. The photo and video tools are super fun. We'll get to those later. One more I really like that's kind of in this category is Perplexity. So how I use Perplexity and think about it is essentially as the best replacement of Google. Instead of just a list of links, it gives you direct answers with sources for further reading, and you can ask questions for clarification. Which website can I use to find the best AI tools? And look at that. I think this type of conversational search is the future of searching. Google is working on this themselves to compete, but right now Perplexity is the leader. And they just secured $73.6 million in funding, so who knows, maybe they'll dethrone Google as the default search tool. They already have for me. I'm gonna do a rapid fire through just a whole bunch of tools across all sorts of use cases. They're all super cool. They won't each apply to everyone, but it's been just really interesting to research and test out how all this new technology is being applied in different areas. Socratic is a homework helper by Google. You can take a picture of any homework question and it will show you the answer, but also how to get there yourself. So it's a really fast and easy personal tutor that works across all subjects. And I'm sure there's no one out there using this for any reasons other than as a tutor. If you make a lot of voice notes, Whisper Memos is great. You speak into it, then it will use AI to transcribe and format your note into paragraphs to make it easier to read. Then it will email it to you. We'll also add a relevant emoji to help jog your memory of what you were talking about. In a similar realm, but more comprehensive, is Otter, an AI meeting assistant that can record and transcribe your meetings in person or on Zoom, Google Meet, and Microsoft Teams. Then you can search the text to play back the audio at adjustable speeds, then tap the words to jump to different spots. Can highlight key points to review later, has automated slide capture, it will insert into the notes. This works in the mobile app and also has a web version. It's really helpful if you have a lot of meetings, although some of these companies are starting to implement similar technology natively into their platforms. Duolingo has been one of the best language learning apps for a long time, and they've incorporated AI. It is a paid add-on, but adds some really useful features like explain my answer. So if you get something wrong or right, you can jump into a conversation to understand more specifics. There's also role play where you'll speak in real time to the AI. It generates the conversation as you speak, so it will be a different experience each time. After the interaction, you get AI-powered feedback from Duo with tips for future conversations. This is huge. You used to have to go out and find a native speaker to practice with, which you should definitely still do when you can. Humans are pretty cool too, but that's not always an option. Another in the language realm is Elsa, an AI tutor for non-native English speakers. So you input your native language and it will use its speech recognition to help improve pronunciation and offer alternative phrasings. It can also roleplay conversations to help prepare and offer feedback. Being able to detect the subtleties of different accents and offer feedback is pretty incredible to me. Seeing AI is a free app from Microsoft to help people with vision impairment. So it uses the camera to identify people and objects and describe them audibly. That can help with reading, describing photos, identifying products, saving people's faces so you can recognize them. Just really cool stuff.
We've hit the first waypoint. Let's look with the camera left and right, and we can hear the location of the next waypoint. Let's keep going. There's another one.
Google Maps has some new AI features rolling out. They're really cool, but only available in these 15 cities right now, so I'll cover it quickly. Immersive View lets you explore locations in 3D instead of the 360 panoramas in Street View. It's much more, well, immersive. You can click on time and weather and see what it will look like at different times throughout the day. So it's really great to see what a route will look like before your trip as well. And I'm sure it will take some time before that's integrated everywhere. Youper is an app for mental health. It's essentially a chatbot that uses cognitive behavioral therapy to track your moods, thoughts, and feelings, and also provide interactive exercises to help them improve. This one isn't something I've used, but it has good reviews and something to look into if that sounds interesting to you. I think AI has a lot of potential in the areas of mental and physical health. It may not be there yet, but will be far more accessible than traditional forms of therapy and quite possibly superior. Speechify is the best text-to-speech app I tried. It works for PDFs, web pages, text messages, emails, handwritten notes, just all sorts of text. It has a bunch of pre-programmed voices, including celebrities, so you could take a picture of a page and have Snoop Dogg read it to you.
The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes. The obstacle to our acting. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way.
Move AI is a really easy way to do motion capture. It captures all the 3D data right from your phone, which you can export to use for 3D animation in something like Blender. I mean, that part wouldn't be on mobile, but is also free. Luma Labs is one of my favorites on this entire list. You can create 3D captures of any scene right from a free app on your phone. So it's really easy to use. You either capture the scene with the instructions in the app or take a video with the normal camera app walking through your scene or around your subject. Right, then just upload it and let it render. Once it's done, you can navigate through the scene right on your phone or send it to a friend for them to explore. So it's super easy. You can go deeper than that if you want and create custom camera movements with keyframes to fly around the scene and make it look like a drone shot without using a drone. There's just endless possibilities with this. I'll be combining it with some other tools a little later. With Invideo, you can create entire videos with a voiceover, stock video clips, music, and transitions, all from a text prompt. And they recently released their mobile app, which made them the perfect sponsor for this video. So I'll jump right in here and create a video. I just log in and start writing my prompt. Let's make an engaging 45-second video about the top 5 most dangerous animals. And an awesome feature they added here is you can upload a 30-second clip of your own voice and it will clone it. Sometimes AI voices can sound a bit generic. Uploading your own can make it sound more natural. It asks for the audience, the look and feel, and the platform. These all look good. Then it starts editing. And in under a minute, we have the finished video. Welcome to the perilous world of nature's most dangerous creatures. At number 5, we've got the fearsome saltwater crocodile. This looks solid, but we can edit it further if needed through conversation. I want the first clip to be a little more intense. Welcome to the perilous world of nature's most... Right, that looks great. I'll just add some captions too. You can also edit the scenes or script manually, so let's switch out one of these clips. About a crocodile biting. I went through these, some of them were probably too intense to throw in here, so I'll just add this one walking. Now when we go to export, we have a few options. To remove the watermarks, which you'll want to do if you're posting this anywhere, they have different paid options to upgrade to. That gives you access to the voice cloning as well. Let's check this whole video out. Welcome to the perilous world of nature's most dangerous creatures. At number 5, we've got the fearsome saltwater crocodile, a living relic with a bite force unparalleled. Slithering in at 4, we find the venomous inland taipan, whose lethal cocktail can take down 100 men. At 3, we have the stealthy box jellyfish, a translucent terror that packs a lethal sting. Taking the second spot is the majestic African elephant, a gentle giant until provoked. And topping our list, the microscopic mosquito, an unassuming menace responsible for millions of deaths annually. Remember, respect nature's power and tread lightly. All that in just a couple minutes from a text prompt. You can try Invideo out for free on the app or the website. I'll link to both below. And thank you so much to Invideo for sponsoring this video. Now on to images. This is the section I downloaded the most apps to test for. I picked the best for a few different uses. First is image generation. There's a ton of options out there. My all-around favorite that has just a really robust free plan is Starry AI. There's all sorts of different styles to choose from. They make it really easy to explore and get inspiration. You can open a category to see different generations. It does just a great job with creative or abstract stuff, but also photorealism. So let's check out photography. I can do very realistic people, which is a struggle for a lot of the other mobile image generators. This one looks interesting. So I'll open that up and it will show the prompt and style that was used and other similar creations below. I'll remix this one as is just for the ease of demonstration. And then that was done pretty quick and I have 4 options. Those look really cool. You could also explore by style instead of category. You can even upload a set of images to train your own style. There's also options for uploading an image or a sketch as input. You get 5 credits per day for free, which generate 4 images each, so 20 images per day. And as long as you click the button to claim each day, they build up in your account, so if you remember to do that, you can end up with a lot pretty quick. At $7.99 per month to upgrade. Another similar one I want to mention quickly is Wonder. I preferred the generations and UX from Starry, but Wonder has these cool illusion styles which are really fun. You can transform your face into different scenes, or you could use it with patterns like the spirals that went viral a while back, or logos, or text. I assume they're using illusion diffusion under the hood, but they make it just really easy to jump in and use, and you get 5 free per day. If you want an AI avatar of yourself, there's other apps out there that you can train on your face by uploading a bunch of images. The app that started the whole avatar trend is Lensa, and from what I tried, it still seems to be one of the best at this. That's actually the app I created my profile picture with when I started this channel, although I would do it custom now. You click Magic Avatars, select your gender, then select up to 10 different styles. Then you'll upload 10 to 20 selfies. It's $7.99 for 56 avatars, $11.99 for 105. Then you let it generate. Here's what mine came back with. They're pretty solid and look a lot more like me than any of the free options I tried. That's what made Lensa really popular. They also have some other features for touching up photos, focusing on portraits and selfies. But an app I tried that's even better at that is called FaceTune. It can do things like smooth skin, change eye color, reshape your face. If you have a need for that sort of thing, it was actually pretty crazy how easy and good it was at that. The best free face swap I've found is in Discord. As I've discovered in the comment sections of previous videos, there's a big chunk of people that just hate Discord, which is understandable. So I'll cover it quick so you can see how it works. I have an entire video on how to use it if you think it looks cool. The link in the description on this one will be to invite the bot to a server. Once it's there, you use the command save ID to upload your face. Once it's saved, any image you upload in Discord or generate with Midjourney, you can hold down on it, then select apps, then click in Swapper. Now it switches it out with my face. I know that was super fast. Watch the full video I have on it if you want to learn that. There were lots of paid apps for face swapping, but you get 50 credits per day for free with this one if you don't mind Discord. And moving on to the most impressive category of all, and another extremely difficult one to research and narrow down, video tools. DID is the best mobile app I've seen for making talking avatars. It is paid though. This is what I used to make that clip in the beginning. I'll take the face swap of me and GigaChad, and I'll add a script of the response it gave me in Character AI, then select a voice.
That's the spirit.
Then you can select an emotion.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
And let it generate. It's easy as that. I don't have much need for this beyond random little meme videos every once in a while, but it's fun.
That's the spirit. With the right attitude, you will be unstoppable. Be kind to others and let nothing in your way. You are a winner.
Kaiber is another one of my personal favorites. There's a lot you can do with it. You can do text to video, image to video, and video to video. I used it to make a music video in a previous video that was with the flipbook style. You can storyboard out the whole video to transform it into different scenes and sync it up to music. Since I used that last time, I'll do the motion style this time. You could upload an image to start with, but I'm just gonna use text. I'm gonna stick with that owl theme. Then you can choose one of their preset styles or come up with your own. Then choose an aspect ratio. Now you can choose the length and how much it will evolve throughout the clip. Then generate. That's actually pretty solid for a first try. Kaiber is definitely better with things that are more animated and not photorealistic. And I also want to use the video to video to edit a scene I got with Luma Labs. I'll show what I did in Luma Labs. I actually just clicked oscillate to make it go in a circle and just kept a couple of the keyframes. I'm going to take that and I want to make it look like it's spinning through the wall into different scenes. So in Kaiber, I just click transform and then upload the video. For the prompt, I'll just do a man leaning against a wall in a forest. And I'll use one of their pre-made styles. I'll try 3D rendering, then move on to settings. I'm gonna bump the transform up to 9. This next screen will have some thumbnails to choose from to give you an idea of what it will look like. Now generate. And that looks awesome. I'm gonna do the same thing a few more times. I'll try underwater, on fire, and in space. And I'll test out a few of the other styles too. All right, made a bunch of those, and now I will edit the whole thing together in Capcut. That's my go-to mobile video editor. It's just really easy to use. And they have added in a lot of AI features as well. This will be a pretty basic edit though. I just need to upload all the clips and really just put them next to each other. Runway also does text to video, image to video, and video to video, but does them very differently than Kaiber. So I used Dolly to generate a bunch of images of the secret barn owl disco cult. Now I'm gonna animate them all with Runway. I'll click Gen 2 and upload an image. Then there's a few options in here. I'll start with the easiest where I just write a simple prompt and let it generate. And while it's working, I'll pull up a different image. And this time I'll enter director's mode. We have all sorts of options. I'll start with motion brush. I want the disco ball to be raising up to this position. So I'll paint over it with the brush. Then I'm going to have it move down from here and play the clip in reverse. You can use multiple brushes to add completely different types of motion to different parts of your image. This is how you would do that. I only really need one for this, so I'll delete those. Now I'll switch to camera controls. They give you full control here as well. I'll just add a zoom out, but they've got all these pans and tilts too. That's what I like about Runway. They put a lot of effort into giving you creative control over your generations instead of just click a couple buttons and see what happens. Let's take a look at that first clip. That worked out pretty well. And what I'll typically do is generate a bunch of times and then pick the best option. Let's check out that other one. That looks great. I have a ton of images to go through, then I'll edit it all together in CapCut on mobile. So every part of this will be done on my phone. The song using the Suno plugin in Copilot, Dolly 3 for the images, Runway to animate them, then CapCut to put it all together. I think that turned out pretty awesome. I don't know if I'll ever be able to top the Frog Cyborg music video. I'll have a link to the video that was in on the screen here if you didn't see that one. And make sure to check out Futurepedia.io to stay up to date with all the best AI tools. You can search through the database and save favorites to your profile, then get recommendations every week for tools to check out that you might like. It's the best place to find the right AI tool to help you with your work, creative, or personal life. And if you made it this far, I'd hope you've already clicked subscribe. Give that button a little tap if you haven't. It really does mean a lot. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.